I was delighted to hear in my introduction a couple of comments of things I did in Massachusetts. Now, I didn't get as much done in Massachusetts with regards to these policies as I would have liked to have. My legislature was 85% Democrat. And so we battled, and I fought in every way I possibly could to level the playing field. And we had some successes. I'll tell you a couple of them. First of all, they passed a card check law. Can you believe that? Card check was passed in my state, reached my desk. I vetoed it. Despite the fact there were 85% Democrats, we fought hard and were successful fighting against this card check legislation. And then we also had Davis-Bacon-like restrictions in our government contracting. I was able to remove those. I prevented state employees from receiving government pay while they were doing union work. I also stopped the practice of having the state collect money from people's dues or from their wages to go into union dues to go into political action committees. So if I become President of the United States, I will curb the practice we have in this country of giving union bosses an unfair advantage in contracting. One of the first things I will do, actually on day one, is I will end the government's favoritism towards unions in contracting on federal projects and end project labor agreements, and I will fight to repeal Davis-Bacon. I didn't know that was going to get that kind of response, right? I'd have said that earlier. I also, of course, are going to make sure that workers in America have the right to a secret ballot, and I will fight for right-to-work laws. One of the thing I'm going to fight for is to say, you know what, we can't have union bosses taking money out of the paychecks of their workers to go into a political action committee, which then is directed to the cause or the candidate selected by the chief executive officer of the union. That is simply an un-American practice, and it's got to end. And finally, I'm going to make sure that as we deal with unions, and I'm happy to compete at a level playing field. I know the American people and free individuals and businesses, union and non-union, can compete, but it's time for the government to say, let the competition begin on a level playing field and do not tilt in favor of union bosses. I'm going to make sure we have right to work, get rid of Davis-Bacon,